CV stands for Curriculum Vitae, as some of you may know from the Latin language. We sometimes use the term résumé, this time from the French language. You may have noticed by now that English loves to steal words from other languages. Before we talk about the CV, let's ask ourselves a simple question. What is a CV for? What is its purpose? Many people think they know the answer to this question. They would reply that it's a kind of personal professional history, giving details of what a person has done, jobs, education, etc., and what skills and experience they have. So they would say that clearly its purpose is to tell the interviewer something about the candidate applying for the job. So the more information the better, the longer the better, the more detail, etc. In my opinion, this misses the central point. In short, a CV is a marketing document with one primary objective: to get you an interview. It doesn't matter if you are the most skilled applicant for a job, that you are perfect for the role, that your career history and qualifications are incredibly impressive. If you can't get to what is usually the next step, an interview. So the purpose of your CV is usually to get you an interview. Once you're in front of an interviewer, then you have the opportunity to impress and show the interviewer that you are the right person for the job. Until that point, you are just words on a piece of paper. Given this objective, there are two things which you must prioritize from the start. 1. Your CV must grab the reader's attention quickly. Number 2, your CV must hold the reader's attention long enough for him or her to make an informed decision about your potential suitability for the job. One sad fact is that many excellent candidates do not get through to the interview stage solely because of their CV. They are rejected at the first hurdle. When I was looking to recruit someone, I was often faced with a huge quantity of CVs. I remember on one occasion counting over 150 on my desk. Given that interviews were not my full-time job and that I had a number of other important duties to undertake, I was forced to limit the time I spent looking at each CV. What did that mean in practice? Firstly, I devoted a very short time to my initial review of each CV. I literally decided in a minute or two whether a candidate proceeded to a shortlist or was rejected. So, let me give you a couple of initial tips. Number 1, your CV must be clearly organized and easy to follow. Sounds obvious? Number 2, you need to tell the reader very quickly why they should take your application further. And by very quickly, I mean on the first page, possibly in the first paragraph. So many CVs I have seen start by listing education and job history in detail. This can go on for several pages. In this way, the first thing that the reader sees is a list of your achievements at school. Many people list chronologically, and so, even worse, it starts with your education at primary school, with events which for most people occurred many years ago, and are therefore now largely irrelevant. We then move on to a chronological list of jobs, starting with the part-time Saturday job you did when you were a child. Only at the very end, we see the candidate's special skills, characteristics, and achievements which are of interest to a potential employer. Sadly, all too frequently, a busy reader will not get that far before the CV is discarded and rejected. Don't assume that a busy reader will read all of your CV before making a decision to proceed or discard. With this in mind, let me give you a sample layout for a CV.